Sports Show.
Yo, it's Mr. House.
What's up, your boy C Woods?
Your girl cheats.
And this is R2 Cents. What's up, y'all?
What's happening, man?
Woods, you gonna do that again, man? Your voice was real low, bro.
What's happening, y'all? How do?
All right.
I'll do.
All right. We have a very, very special guest for you guys, man, in the house with us tonight, man. Mr. Estevan Johnson, man. Thank you for joining us, bro.
Man, thanks for having me here, man. I appreciate being here.
Cheeks, how you living?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
You always give me the confused face as soon as I call your name. Woods, how you living?
Blessed, man. Blessed.
Brother Johnson, how you living?
Man, I'm in a good place. You know, it's been difficult, but hey, I'm here.
That's right.
Well, there it is, y'all, man. Let's get right into it. So, playoffs have started. The NBA playoffs are officially upon us. And yesterday, man, we got to talk about yesterday's game. Kyrie and the Brooklyn Nets. Kyrie, KD, and the Brooklyn Nets took on the Boston Celtics. And the Celtics won on a last-second layup by Jason Tatum. There was a breakdown on defense on the last play. I'm not going to say who broke down, but there was a breakdown on the last play. And the Celtics took game one away. But before we talk about the game, we got to talk about Kyrie, man, returning back to Boston, and getting a lot of heat from the fans, and he's giving the heat right back, man. So Woods, I'm gonna start off with you, man. How you feel about Kyrie's interaction with the fans? Do you think that that's something that do you think it's a good look, a bad look? What are your thoughts on how that went down? Oh wait, before you go, I'm sorry. Kyrie flipped the fans off. Go ahead, bro.
Right. I didn't have a problem with it. He was there for a short amount of time. He had a cup of coffee there. And you know, them Boston fans, I've heard stories. And I heard they can be rude and all that. And he didn't punch nobody. He didn't go in the stands and say, hey, kick him out like some players do, LeBron. And, you know, he was just like, hey, I hit that, was it a 2 or 3? And he was like, hey, it do. So I'm with it. I think I'm with all that shit. I think I love it. I love it.
Chief, same question, man. How do you feel about your boy Kyrie getting down with the fans?
It's part of basketball. I mean, people flipping people off, talking back to the fans. It's a part of basketball. So I don't have no problem with it. So.
Okay, but after the game, he said like,
keep that same energy.
Yeah, keep the same energy, and y'all better embrace this. It's his dark side. He said people may or may not have been referring to him as pussy, bitch, things like that. I don't know if we could have said that, but I said it.
Okay, that's my question.
So tell me your thoughts about just the entire interaction. Do you think that he should respond to them, or you think he should just leave it alone?
He should. Kyrie, first of all, he had so much time off this whole season. He had so much energy. I think they're gonna win the series. Mm-hmm. He's back in his old town, but he's ready. Like every game he's playing, he's been killing.
Yeah.
So, to me, I would have been in the stands being quiet. That's one man you don't want to get mad or do anything because he's gonna go off. So,
He don't
I
need
think
no
it's gonna be a good series. So,
That's the same thing, man. What are your thoughts on the interaction? You think he should tone it down, or you think it's good?
Nah, I mean, I'm in agreement with, you know, everything everybody just said. The thing is, everybody say stay professional. And then it's the fans that are very unprofessional in how they sit there and interact with the players. And then they say they want the players to interact with the fans. Well, if that's how the fans are talking to me, am I supposed to change my tone? Or should I meet it with it? You know, like you said, he didn't go in the stands, he didn't put no hands on nobody. But he was like, hey, and at some point, enough is enough. Like, I can't call you out your name. I can say you suck. I can say you terrible. I mean, somebody said Westbrook sucked in the bubble, and he got kicked out the bubble. I mean, that's how sensitive some of these players are. I'm not gonna sit here and say that Kyrie is being sensitive. He kept playing. He didn't tell, like she said, he didn't say, hey, gotta go.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, give you that. Let's keep on pushing. I'm finna give you this 30 piece.
What do you say about the fans or the people that say, well, he's making X amount of dollars, so he should be able to handle that type of that type of vitriol coming from the fans?
I don't think money has to do with any of it. I think me dealing with another human being is everything. Everybody wants to look at somebody else's pocket and say, well, you should be able to deal with that because your pocket says that. No. You're an individual. You are a man. You are a woman. If I'm disrespecting you, how you gonna come back at me? Hey, nice. I'm sorry. Nice shoes, sir. No. No. You know, I don't understand the theory of some of these people. And like I said, they all latch it into money. It's money. No. Treat me accordingly, and I'll treat you with the same. If you're gonna tell me I suck, hey, I'm finna give you this. Boom. Do I? Do I? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. But me the PU and me the BI and hold on, man. You know me like that?
Nah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's important, man. Something that you mentioned was about the interactions with the fans, right? So it's funny how the fans are like, you know, they want to take pictures with you after the game, and they want you to talk to their kid, and they want you to, you know,
hug the
sign
baby.
stuff and things like that. But you know, when it comes to things like this, they're like, oh, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that. Don't talk about the fans like that. You can't do that. Man, fuck these fans, man.
Man,
I'm dead serious, bro. Like, just because you buy a ticket doesn't give you a right to come in here and say whatever you want to say. You can talk trash as long as it's within the game. But if you're like you said, going above and beyond, calling them people pussy and bitch and all that, man, fuck these fans. I would have been talking way more shit than that. I mean, all he did was double finger and like that. I'd have been like, man, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like. And he's good enough to do it. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? It'd be different if it was Bruce Brown or somebody like that. He'd have to be professional. But I'm joking. I'm joking. But Kyrie, dude, like, not only I love it because they're gonna say, now he's the villain. I love him being the villain now because that creates a better storyline for this series. Number one, and it also creates a better storyline for the playoffs going forward. Right. Cheeks, I'm with you, man. After seeing that game yesterday, the Nets played terrible. Yep. The Nets played terrible the whole first half. They played, and then Kyrie saved them in the third and fourth quarter, and they lost by 1 point on a last-second shot. If that's what the Celtics are going to have to deal with, they're going to be in trouble, man. Mm-hmm. And Woods, I'm going to kick it back to you, bro. So talk to me about the game, how the game went for you. What your thoughts about the game were?
Brooklyn played terrible, I think, and I picked Brooklyn, and they played terrible. And you're right, it took all that and a breakdown. I'm not even gonna call it bad defense. I'm gonna call it a crazy broken down play where Brown went to the rack, threw it out, and Smart just happened to just throw it, and it was a little doopsie-doo shot. It took that to win by one. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Brooklyn ain't finna play like that the rest of this series. They're finna come out knowing that they can win. And like you said, Kyrie got juice now. He like, oh, y'all wanna make some of this? Watch. He gonna try to go for 30, 40.
Yeah.
And I think Brooklyn wins in 6.
Yeah. Did you get a chance to catch the game?
I did. I missed a portion of it, but I caught a lot of it.
Tell me your thoughts.
We're gonna find out what type of coach Steve Nash is really. Because there has to be some adjustments made. Now they made some, but also, Celtics were making shots, and then, they got cold for a second.
They did.
So, you got Smart knocking down, I think, 3 threes in a row?
Mm-hmm. Third quarter, yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna bet on that, right? That's not. I love what he brings to the table, though. He gives it his all, and he's gonna leave it on the table. But at the same time, if him knocking down, him coming to give you 30, yeah, okay. But Durant, he's a special type of weapon. And with him being who he is, the way how they covered him, I'm assuming they're gonna move a player over just about 3 feet, and that's gonna open up room for him to operate. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming that they're gonna get a little more ball movement, and Kyrie is just a special weapon anyway. So,
Cheeks.
I don't know. I just think Brooklyn right now. And KD didn't have a good game yesterday. Mm-hmm. So if KD just would have made far more baskets, it's like the game would have been over. Mm-hmm. But KD didn't have a good game. So if you imagine if KD has a good game, Curry, the game's not gonna be a game.
Right.
So I mean, he'll make some adjustments, and I'm sure Kyrie is going to be on a different level next game. So I think they're going to win the series.
I think the entire league should be scared right now, man. Because watching that game yesterday, with them playing terrible and still being in the lead down the stretch, that's scary, man. Can you imagine playing a bad game and still win? In the NBA, that's crazy. I mean, KD shot 24 shots, only scored 23 points. Kyrie had 39 points. He went off. But, I mean, nobody else is really doing anything, man. So they played like that, and they lost by 1 point, man. I don't know, man. I picked Milwaukee to come out the East, but after seeing that yesterday, I don't know, man. Like, it's different, man. It's different. Like, it's real. I don't know, man.
But it's different. But the key, what's going to hurt them is they're not a good rebounding team. And Milwaukee is. So that's and they hustle. So that's going to be their downfall, try this whole way to the playoffs.
But what is there to rebound when they making shots like
But
that?
they're not. They're a bad team. They don't have any height. So Milwaukee, they're going to hustle. Giannis going to give you 120% every game. So that's going to be their downfall is rebounding. They can score.
I'm glad you said that, though,
Yeah,
because their downfall the whole season and what people have talked about has been their defense. And that's why they went out and got Mr. I Can't Play, right? I mean, Ben Simmons, I'm sorry. And so that's why they went out and got him, right? And the first half, I'm like, dude, their defense looks terrible. Like, what is Steve Nash doing? But then I don't know what happened. They went through that spurt that you spoke about, where the Boston Celtics couldn't score anything, dude, and their defense looked good. And I'm feeling like, and they were getting rebounds. They were locking them down, boxing out, and getting rebounds. If they can do that, Cheeks, I don't know.
Can they do it the whole game?
They didn't need to, though. Well, obviously they did. Obviously they did because they lost. But I don't know. Woods, you can jump back in, man.
I think Dragic has to hit those open threes in the corner too. I think he hit 2, but he probably missed like 4 or 5. I think down the stretch he's got to know they're gonna be on KD, they're gonna be on Kyrie. Once you get to that corner, he's got to hit that shot.
Is that a natural shot for him though? I mean,
in Miami.
like think about him in Miami. Was that his shot? He was more of a.
Yeah, he was on ball.
Yeah, he was on ball. Like I'm taking you off the dribble kind of player. Like so again, like we're LeBroning him into this role.
Yeah.
Right? Like go stand in the corner.
I think he played okay. He played okay, and that's not good enough for that team. I mean, if Dragic gets on too and starts hitting those open threes,
It's over.
it's a wrap.
Go ahead.
But I think it's, like you say, you pinning him to a spot-up shooter, and that's what he's never been.
Yeah.
So he's a rhythm player. Ball's been in his hands, so it's almost like one, and it fits because Kyrie and Durant are great spot-up shooters as well. So it's almost like at sometimes you let him get it in the middle, to give them to a break and let him get what he gonna get, and if they double, he got them to lean on. If not, he can go get a bucket.
Right.
But they got to lean on him, and like I said, stars want to win on their own terms.
Yeah. What's up with Ben Simmons? He gonna play?
They said he is. We'll see.
Sharman? Oh, my bad. That's not right. That's not right. I apologize. I'm sorry. That's not right.
Yeah, why did you call him Charlie?
Man, you just mental midgets, man. Mental midgets. I mean,
Is that an era thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Talk about it.
We sit here and talk about Kyrie, but Kyrie out there playing. And, they flipping him off, they cussing him out. Man, look, we all saw the video last year in the playoffs. Him not wanting to shoot the ball, him going to the free throw line, missing shots. Like, okay, you did not perform well. How about you go work on your game? How about you take some responsibility and say that I messed up? No. They don't want to play with me no more. Then we all saw how the soccer play. He didn't want to be there. And I hate to say that, the mental, because I know it's tough, in the day. But
we're not making fun of it at all. We're not.
I hate to say, but we saw how it played out. He didn't want to be there. So then all of a sudden he leaned on the mental issue. But then he doesn't comply with the issue so they can help him. So what is it? Oh, then when you get traded, Oh, now he gonna play.
All right,
But he gets hurt working out.
Let me ask you this, because I think what you just said is kind of interesting. When you said, I know you weren't referring to mental health, mental midgets. It's about how your mind can take being in this type of pressure, right?
Yeah.
And before we started, we were talking about inner city back in the day, how hard it was with all these, every school was good, right?
Yeah.
So coming from that and seeing that to how these kids are now, man, talk about that transition right there and how that.
Man, it's an era where they cater to the kids, and kids are free to just travel anywhere around the city if they don't like the situation. Like, I went to Fairfax, so to be at Fairfax, this is where you had to want to be, and if you didn't want to be there, there was another guy to your right, left that was ready to take your spot. If you don't want to be there, somebody wants to be here. So the coach didn't. If you got kicked out of practice, oh, that might be, you might be done. Versus, well, we gonna come talk to him, you know,
Right.
and we gonna, you know, we sorry, you know. It's just like this whole AAU basketball and high school basketball where kids are just move as they freely want. Oh, he doesn't let me shoot this shot. You can't shoot. That's why I don't let you shoot the shot. But this coach is gonna let you shoot it.
Right.
And it's not helping this team. It's not even helping you as a player.
And it's transferring into the college game now.
College.
I go
and
to
pros.
this school, I was #1 coming out the state, but I ain't playing here because I got a 22-year-old dude playing. I'm up out of here. Instead of saying, you know what, let me pay my dues, let me work on my game, and I might get there.
It's not even that. I just feel like they don't want to compete. These kids
That
are so,
too, yep.
oh, I'm on this best traveling.
Yep.
Let me go. I know this.
That's
I'm not
this
gonna
era.
say no names, but a kid can live in Carson. How many schools from Carson to Fairfax are you passing that are decent that you can play at? Now they'll go across town, an hour drive to go to Fairfax, and you can go to Washington, you can go to Norvine, you can go to Crenshaw, but they go there because their school is good at basketball.
No, I can't.
So,
Instead of being the man and where you supposed to be at.
So I went to
Yeah.
Norvine. Norvine wasn't good. We had an Asian point guard, a white post player. Like our team wasn't good. But you go there to
You said
make
he's-
it to be because it's racist again. You go there to make the team better. It's not like, oh, they're sorry, let me go to Crenshaw or what. We weren't good our first year. Our second, our sophomore year, we won every year. So it's like people don't have heart to compete. They like, man, I'm going, okay, he's scoring all the points, but I'm starting, but like, beat his ass in practice.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, well, he's starting, let me go here. No, it's about competing and seeing if you can outdo this person.
Right.
But these kids are so babyish and their parents are like, oh, it's okay, Johnny, we'll go. Like,
Hey.
my mom and my dad was like, look,
Right.
they're starting, you gonna have to play. Like, it's a challenge each day in practice. You compete. Oh, you just score, okay, I'm gonna go at you again. But these kids don't have the heart. They like, look, I'm gonna go here.
Cheeks,
Like, I'm not about to do
Cheeks,
that.
I don't want to hear that from you. I mean, you want to know why I don't want to hear that from you?
What?
Because LeBron is one of your favorite players, and that's exactly what he did.
This is the.
He started this. This is why we're in the situation
Okay,
Glad
we're
you
in.
said
Let me
that.
tell you this.
'Cause I was gonna say that.
LeBron, I keep trying to tell you this all over. Every time we talk about him, LeBron.
Don't
he-
say outside. I don't want to hear outside.
Okay, outside is a whole different person. That's why I like him. But on the court, LeBron always needs another person to either win a championship or to even win.
Everybody needs
But
another
LeBron
person, Chiefs.
hops teams. But LeBron doesn't have a killer instinct like I keep trying to tell people. He doesn't. Some games he needs to take over and he doesn't. He passes the ball too much. LeBron can kill every game if he really wanted to, but he doesn't. He's too like, let me make this team or let me be okay. No, you're on this team and we pay you millions to win a game. So take over.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, we saw kids have seen what he did, which was do the same thing you said. Oh, I'm not winning here. Let me go over here and
different
you go over
generation.
here and team up with my best friends, right? And we're the best players in the league and we're gonna win, right? And they won. So what else can we expect from these kids? That was their example. That's these kids is Jordan. You know, our Jordan wouldn't have never done nothing like that because he was a real Jordan. Kobe would have never done anything like that.
Right.
But this is the GOAT of their era, and that's what he's doing. So that's the example that they have.
Parents need to be like, you need to chill and compete. They want to be like, okay, you're not happy here, let me. No, we're not about to be hopping schools. At the end of the day, it's like you hopping schools. That make it. To me, you're not good if you gotta hop schools. Because at the end of the day, we put our shoes on the same way, put our shorts on the same way. We gonna compete. I'm not gonna be like, well, you're scoring, you're starting, let me go. No. Just like another dude I know, probably Ethan, he went to SC. This guy is starting over him. Instead of competing at SC, at a great school, you gonna go to some other school at Wyoming that, for what?
Yeah.
You go there to play and compete. Every year somebody's new coming in to take your spot. This is not, oh, I'm the man in high school, so then, no. You're not about to get a free ride. College is about taking somebody's spot every year.
Hey,
you gotta compete.
Chiefs just went loving basketball to USC.
I go to games with them, and I'm like,
Hey, Woods, never let a freshman take your spot.
I was just thinking that. Shout out to Erica Rigger, too.
look, I go to games with them, and I'm so mad because these kids, let me not say nothing, they're not good. I'm just like, people know how to break a press.
Oh, Campbell. We went to the Campbell Hall game.
They
That
like,
was
chicks,
exceptional.
calm down. I'm like,
I
none of
think-
my kids are even
So-
out here playing. I'm stressing. Like,
Let me ask you guys this real quick. Do you think CIF should do something about that transfer stuff in California? Because now you can go. When I was in school, we were in school, you had to sit out a year
Yeah.
Get a
if you
permit.
transfer.
Yeah,
all that.
but you had to go to school where you live.
I went to John W. North, so
But you had to like.
we had one or two cats.
Look, hey, none of
I live with you. Remember, I'm in that
Hey,
bedroom.
I'm gonna say none of us lived around Fairfax.
No.
Right.
You
So
know.
what I'm saying is, if the rule, once they did the open enrollment to everybody, I felt like some of the schools kind of took advantage of that. A lot of schools took advantage of that. Where back in my day, it was like, oh, you coming over as your sophomore year, you ain't playing till your junior year. Because
Yeah.
they make you sit out.
Make you sit
now
out.
it's like, oh, I want to go over there with him. I want to go over there with. I'm like, God damn, like you can do that. And
Hey.
then in college, they got the open portal or whatever the hell you call
Transfer
it.
portal.
Yeah.
And it's like I seen dude playing, and he's been in 3 different colleges. He went to 3 different colleges. I forgot his name. But I'm kind of like, damn, like,
Well, they do that in high school.
yeah.
I mean, this kid's just play.
Mikey did that, right?
It's playing every year at a different spot.
Mikey Williams is back.
Yeah, he did that,
though.
right?
He's
yeah.
back in
But I'm
Escondido.
saying he's been to a different high school almost every year. Yeah.
And it's like, okay, how do you even keep track of these players? I don't even know how to keep track of these players no more.
Yeah, sometimes you forget how old they are. They be like,
It's like somebody.
He's like maybe 30, 30-year-old. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just skipping a year.
It's crazy.
be a triple holdback. Be like, hold on.
Hey,
He
but-
drive to the game. And he playing 16 and under.
He had a beer. He had a beer with me after the game.
You got your kid with you.
Like, he 15 and under. He driving to the game. Hold on.
He had a beer after the game.
Hey, all right. So that's something we could talk about, our next episode too. But let's switch it up a little bit, man. So Zion Williamson is not playing for the Pelicans. They're in the playoffs. He wants to play. He wants to play, but they're saying that he's not medically ready. They're not medically clearing him to play, but he's saying he feels like he is. And I don't know what evidence he has to say that he is. But Cheeks, I'm gonna start with you.
Don't start with me because I don't think he's good. I mean, he's good on an athletic. If you can dunk, okay.
I'm starting with you, Cheeks.
Go ahead,
So,
you talk.
okay, so first question is, do you think that they should let him play? Do you think he's ready? And then second, do you think that he will stay in New Orleans after this debacle?
First, he needs to lose weight.
He been losing weight.
He needs to lose weight.
All right, sorry.
He needs to be skinny. He's still big. I'm telling you, he's not gonna be in the league that long. He gets hurt every year. He plays a couple games and he gets hurt. He's just too big. And if you're dunking every single game, you're gonna get hurt some kind of way. He needs to lose weight and work on his game. You can't dunk every single, you need to be able to shoot, layup, post moves. But I don't think he's gonna be in the league that long. He's not taking care of himself.
Estevan.
I don't think he wants to be there. But at the same time, I think you got to save the player from the player. He hasn't played all year, and his weight issue is a major issue. I mean, he close to 300 pounds. That just ain't a good look at 6'6". I don't care how and he's explosive. I don't know what, but you got to lose that weight. So yeah, I say you don't need to be playing right now.
Okay, if you had a place that he would land, where do you think he would go?
I think he's trying to get to New York.
Yeah. Woods, same thing, man. What your thoughts about should he be playing?
Yeah, I think he should. I disagree with Cheeks and Asia over here. I think that I've seen the dunks in practice where he's doing his moves. He says, "Hey, yo, I want to play." It reminds me of Lawrence Taylor in Any Given Sunday, where he's like, "Doc, shoot me with that shit." Listen, he is overweight, but you know the best way to lose weight? Get your ass out there on that court. So he needs to play. I would have him sign something though, saying, "Hey, we're saying no, you're saying yes, sign on the dotted line."
Yeah, but what does that mean? Like he voided his contract or something?
You want to play that bad?
That would never happen.
He's out there 360 and dude. I think he's all right. I think he's ready to go.
Like Jordan got hurt, and I know this is different player, different mindset, but Jordan got hurt and was out for most of the year, and he was telling them, "I'm ready." He was actually left the Bulls and went to North Carolina and was working out and was hooping to show that he was good, and came back and said, "Hey, I'm good." That's not what you heard from Zion. It's been, cheeseburgers and
man. But you got it.
I'm from Louisiana, so I know how that food is.
And listen, you from Louisiana. I'm big, right? So listen, as somebody who loves food, that's hard to do in Louisiana is stay away,
man.
So
listen.
I agree with you. He does need to go, but he's in practice. He's getting them 360s up.
Practice.
Now his diet.
We talking about
That's
practice.
His diet. That's a whole nother topic. I gotta find out who his nutritionist is, who's cooking. Don't let this dude go to Burger King. What's the #1 spot out there in Louisiana? Them beignets and all that. He gotta stay away from that, cause he's big. He had his. Did you see him yesterday or the other day when he had his chain on? I was like, God, this dude's big. But he was big in college though. I mean, high school, college.
But you say he's dunking, but he got to go on the other end and play defense.
Yeah, that part. Yeah.
And every time he step slide, that's an injury.
But that's running. I mean, he did blow out his shoe.
He is somebody with his knee going that way. It's not a good look.
But hey, that's the best way. Get your ass out there, run, Ricky, run. Like you got to be out there, like. And I don't think he can play a full game or a full quarter at this point. But let him get out there, man. If he says he's ready, let him go.
Hey, first of all, I ain't letting you get that off because don't nobody play a full quarter, man.
Okay, he can't play.
He
can't play.
He not one of them.
He ain't gonna be one of them.
How many? I say he give you a good 6 minutes in a quarter.
Where he gonna go, man?
Nobody want him.
New York.
That's a lie, Cheeks.
New York.
He's marketable.
With RJ? He want to be with RJ Barrett.
Like Oden, isn't that his name?
Greg Oden?
Like
don't do him like that.
Oh, damn.
That's mean. That's fucked up,
I'm
Cheeks.
just saying, he's unless somebody gets in his ear and talks to him, he's going to be injury prone. Just like AD.
The only
AD
thing.
can't even play 10.
Only motherfucker in his ear is Ronald McDonald.
He going to be done. Watch. How many games has he played total so far since he's been in the league?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I don't know.
Who, Zion?
Yes.
Anybody know that?
We're going to find out.
It's guaranteed to be under 100.
All right, man. So
He's been 3 years, guaranteed under 100.
I guess my thing would be like, what are they holding him out for, man? Like, they're in the playoffs now. What are they holding him out for next year and beyond? Like, is he
conditioning?
Thank you. You see how big he is?
Like, be honest with you, like, you can really get hurt.
I know that. But I'm saying, like,
you said
I guess my question is, what are their long-term expectations for him? You know what I'm saying?
But I can't get to him if I just abuse him right now. If I want him to be my future, I can't. Look, are the Pelicans gonna win this year?
No.
Okay, so why am I gonna put him out? Why am I gonna risk him for a first round exit?
Are the Pelicans gonna win next year?
Are they gonna win this series?
No.
So why am I gonna risk him for what, about another 3 games? 4 games tops.
But that's what I'm saying. Why not put him out there, let him show a couple of things,
We know what he can
and
do.
trade him?
No, we know what he can do. Like we've seen him. You know, she was like, you know, he's done this on every level. He's been that dude on every level. He is that dude in the NBA when he plays. But to put him out there for 3-4 games, nah.
He played different though. He played different before he got hurt. Cheeks, you can roll your eyes.
He played
like you want
85
to.
games, by the way, total.
He played 85.
Two
in 3 years?
3 years, going on 3 years.
Like a whole season.
Under 100.
Under 100.
Like 3 years.
61 and like 24.
But they had him playing the point forward position, and he was kind of, it was different.
But that makes it worse. That makes it worse because people don't understand that. Like if he was just on the box, you can halfway say that.
Thank you. Throwing the ball down the court, in between his legs, shoot threes. This man ain't ready to play.
I used to tell people all the time, like, if you see how taxing it is to your body,
Yeah.
go up and down 5 straight times where you handling the ball, you coming down, creating your own shot, you getting your own shot off. Just 5 times. Just 5 times. I guarantee you, on the 3rd time, you're gonna come down like.
That's right, that's the first time.
I was trying to give him 3 with that walk. You gonna have that walk. He gonna be like, he gonna walk. Wait, he gonna walk the half court. There's gonna be 8 seconds left on the clock. You know, like it ain't a good look. It's extremely taxing, and also that's where the injuries come, where you hurt something without contact.
Yeah.
And you know those are bad injuries.
Worse.
Yeah, overcompensating on something for, that's
Yeah. So to play that position, like that's one of the things that I say that's great about LeBron. He's never had a major injury playing that position and being that big and being able to be on the ball as much. And he's never. Keep going. He's never really had a major injury, but it is extremely taxing for a big guy, for a guard, to be on the ball like that.
Yeah.
Now you're talking about to do this. I'm gonna say he's close to 75 pounds overweight.
Damn.
How big is he?
He like 3 something.
He's 325 at least.
I'm gonna say now if you say he's 325 to a guy that's 100 pounds overweight,
He left Duke at what, 260?
and he needed to lose weight then.
He was big.
Hey, Cheeks, you got a shout out?
No.
Cheeks, do you have a shout out?
I just said no.
What'd you do this weekend, Cheeks?
Work.
You didn't go to no parties?
Snitch. So who's snitching?
Yeah, I know.
Sound like he know where you been.
No, I don't know. I just know she be missing her shout outs, that's all.
She does, man.
What, you got a shout out?
Yeah, H&R Block for telling me how much I owed Uncle Sam. Shout out to H&R Block. Shout out to just Playmaker. Shout out to my boy Chris and his daughter John. Me and Corey was at the get together. Shout out to him. C-Mac, he check in too.
That's why you got a shout out.
Man, to all my clients that allow me to be out here and enjoy life, I appreciate y'all because I travel. Thank you.
We're gonna wrap it up like this, y'all. I'm House, Woods, Cheeks, Estevan, and we out, y'all.
Peace.